In the blistering heat of a dying afternoon, the town of Ash Hollow gathered around the dust-choked arena the way vultures circle, the last breath of a carcass. The traveling traders had rolled in at dawn, their wagons rattling with chains and promises, their banners painted red as sin. People said they brought treasures from far territories, relics, weapons, horses, anything a desperate soul might desire. But nobody expected this. When the largest wagon's canvas flap was peeled back, the crowd fell silent as if the sun itself had been snuffed out. There stood a young woman, rail-thin but steel-eyed, wrists bound, hair tangled like it had fought every hand that dared touch it. A discount, he said, for unruly goods. But those who lived long enough in the frontier knew nothing was cheap without being cursed. Stories had already spread like wildfire. She was found wandering the borderlands alone. She spoke to shadows. She survived a massacre without shedding a tear. The sheriff himself warned folks to keep their distance. And so the bidding started and died the same second. No one raised a hand. Not the ranchers who bought workers by the season. Not the miners who saw people as tools. Not even the gamblers who loved dangerous odds. Fear kept their hands frozen at their sides. The trader's voice strained as he dropped the price again and again, anger rising with the dust. Elara's stare never wavered, sharp as a blade, steady as a vow. It was then that the silence broke, not from the crowd, but from the steady crunch of footsteps approaching from the far edge of the arena. A lone cowboy, broad-shouldered, coat sun-bleached, hat low, a shadow carving across his jaw like a scar from the past. Some recognized him, most didn't want to. His name drifted like a ghost, Cole Maddox, a drifter with no home, a gunslinger with no allegiance, a man whose past was something whispered, not spoken. He stopped at the front, boots planted, eyes locked not on the traders but on the girl, and without hesitation, he lifted his hand. A wave of gasps rippled through the crowd. The trader grinned like a man saved from drowning, but Elara's expression changed, not relief, not fear, something deeper, like she recognized him. Like she had been waiting for him. Cole said nothing, only tossed a small pouch of coins that clinked with the weight of finality. The deal was struck. Chains were lowered. Elara stepped beside him without flinching, and together they walked out of Ash Hollow while the town watched, whispering about madness, fate, and the kind of trouble that comes wrapped in silence. Little did they know, Cole hadn't rescued her. He had claimed the first piece of a prophecy he didn't believe in. A storm he couldn't outrun. For Elara wasn't running from danger. She was the danger, and Cole Maddox had just tied his life to hers. The desert stretched endlessly as Cole and Elara rode through the dusk, the sky bruised with purples and dying gold. Cole kept his eyes forward, but every instinct in him twitched. He'd ridden with witches, outlaws, and devils in men's boots, but nothing about the girl beside him fit neatly into any tale he knew. She rode bareback, silent, balanced like someone raised by storms. When they reached an abandoned outpost, Cole finally stopped and faced her. "Why'd they discount you?" he asked bluntly. Elara didn't answer at first. "Because they were afraid," she said softly. "And because fear makes fools cheap." Cole didn't push further. Instead, he handed her water, watched her drink with small, measured sips, like someone who'd learned to ration every breath. Night fell fast. Coyotes howled. The stars glittered with the cold indifference of higher gods. As Cole built a fire, Elara finally spoke again. "They weren't hunters," she said. "They were hiding something." Cole paused. Her answer chilled even the air. "The traders. They didn't capture me. They were running from me." Before Cole could respond, the desert wind shifted, heavy, electric, carrying the scent of metal and ancient things. Cole's hand went to his revolver. "They're here," she said. Out of the darkness, shapes emerged, tall, cloaked figures, their faces masked with bone white, porcelain carved with symbols older than the frontier. The Order of the Veil. Cole had heard of them once, in a bar where drunks swore spirits walked among men. He never believed, until now. The leader stepped forward, voice hollow. "The girl comes with us. Stand aside, Maddox." Cole spat in the sand. Not happening. In a blur faster than thought, the cultists attacked. Cole fired, each shot a flash of defiance. But these enemies moved like shadows, absorbing bullets as if pain were a forgotten memory. He braced for death until Elara stepped beside him. She raised her hand. The air exploded. A shockwave tore through the sand, scattering the cultists like brittle leaves. Cole stared, breath stolen. "What are you?" he whispered. Elara didn't look at him. The last of something they fear, and the start of something they can't stop. The cultists regrouped, retreating with eerie discipline, vanishing into the dunes as if the night swallowed them whole. Silence returned, broken only by Cole's racing heartbeat. Elara turned to him, her voice gentle but urgent. "You shouldn't have raised your hand at that auction. Too late now." Cole said, "I'm in it." She nodded. "Yes, and the frontier will burn because of it." As the fire cracked and the stars trembled overhead, older than the land itself, a war where he didn't know the enemy or the weapon standing right beside him. But something deep in his bones told him this wasn't a mistake. It was destiny, and destiny had a way of dragging men to the edge of the world.